Yo, what's up, everybody? We're back with season 2 of A Moment with Jay. That's right. This is episode 51 with one of y'all's favorite guests. We brought Ella back for another one. We're going to get right into it. This is A Moment with Jay. I just wanted to hop on the mic and say, I know the world been a little chaotic and everything. I just wanted to check and make sure everything good in the hood, like sure, you know what I mean? Say hi to the fam. Okay, let's get to work. What up? Worked out great. So what you just gotta let it flow.
Sometimes you just gotta free ball it.
All right. That's one way to do it. For those of you who don't know, Ella is the youngest sibling of mine, I guess. I was going to say of the household.
Yeah,
but
damn.
I was like, the household doesn't have. This is Ella. We just, we spent this is what? Is this your third or fourth time? Fourth time coming on? Damn.
Brandon's on like 18 though. I don't think I'll ever beat Brandon.
I don't think so. I was like, damn, you might. I think Brandon's only been on 4 times.
No, Brandon's been on like 6 times.
I don't
Surely.
think so.
Really?
I don't think so.
I feel like every other clip I see is Brandon on the podcast.
Yeah, but it's because I batch out the podcast now. So it's like I'll edit the clips for like 3 or 4 whole podcasts at one time and then upload them all.
Okay.
So even like, for instance, this podcast will be clipped out with Bass and this dude named Nix that will be coming out or the last 2 podcasts.
So I gotta have some crazy clips.
Well, there always is something. But we just got back.
There is.
We just got back from the gym.
We
hit a nice solid workout.
It was pretty tough.
It wasn't pretty good. We did an upper body day, and then we finished with some stairs and Stairmasters, not stairs.
And then the fucking
the sauna for 20 minutes.
Sauna was pretty rough. The Stairmaster and the sauna was pretty rough.
Yeah, it really adds to the workout.
Yeah,
you know?
you really feel like you worked out.
It's like that extra, even if you only do 15 and 15, which we did 15 on the Stairmaster and cranked it, and then we did 20 in the sauna. Did we do 20?
Yeah, because we were gonna do 15, but then we just did because it kind of got easy by the 15-minute mark because everyone kept leaving, and then the last 5 minutes of stuff.
Damn.
Like we were watching the clock.
Damn.
Yeah.
So I guess let's start off with the hottest topic.
Oh.
Right now.
Into it.
We're gonna go right into
it.
The Kendrick and Drizzy beef.
It's crazy.
But that's what we started talking about naturally when we first, because it's nuts.
It's fucking
by
crazy.
the time this comes out, you know Kendrick's already because at the filming of this podcast, the last thing that came out was Drake's diss.
Or would it technically be Kendrick's response?
No, Drake. I just told you that this morning.
Oh, right.
Another diss song. Bad Friends got a new episode too.
Don't watch them though.
Huh?
Don't watch them though.
Don't watch who?
Like the people watching this, don't watch Bad Friends.
Oh, you can watch it after.
Watch 18 more episodes of Episode with Jay or Moment with Jay.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, do that. Heart Part 6 is his newest diss song.
Damn. Oh, obviously you can't find it on Spot. Oh, that's the cover of it?
You shouldn't start.
Oh,
fuck.
That's Family Matters.
That's Family Matters.
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Damn, it's already got 10 milli. That's crazy.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so that cover, but Dave Free is Kendrick Lamar's business partner. That's why that's crazy. And it's like a hearted post.
Yikes.
But it's from like 23 weeks ago. Like
Yeah.
it's from last year, you know? Oh, that's what I was watching this morning. 2 Bears, 1 Cave. I don't typically watch this, but I love
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil. Not Dr. Phil, but Adam Ray is Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah, obviously not the not the real thing.
Real Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. I love it. He's always he'll say something crazy and he'll be like, "We'll be right back." But how does that make you feel?
That's so crazy.
It's such a good character. So yeah, so Drake, I haven't heard this one yet. But all the Kendrick disses have been essentially they're calling Drake a pedophile. That was insane. Let's see what the Kendrick numbers are like. That's also the thing too that's the craziest is is Kendrick Lamar mentioned a Chinese food restaurant, and now that Chinese food restaurant is going crazy.
Like popular?
Yeah, like the reviews. Oh yeah, this one's got 20 million. That's crazy. The views, the numbers these songs are getting are crazy.
They have unlimited supply.
It's the beef is insane. It's these two guys, and we were talking about it earlier. What's fun about this? Damn, and they straight up label it as a Drake diss. You know what's
it's like there's no like,
it's like
Drake diss.
It's like, hey bro, fuck you.
It's like, bro, I'm calling this motherfucker out right now.
And this is one of the biggest things is when I was in like junior high and the homies and stuff were all into actually, because before Spotify, this is gonna make me sound like an old head, and I'm not even an old head.
Spotify isn't even that old.
But it's not. But it wasn't around. It wasn't around for forever.
Yeah.
Where we used to get our hip, and I remember this. Where if you were an actual hip hop fan, there was two places that you would go for your hip hop needs, when they took the mixtapes off the street, because you know who was one of the first people to start doing online mixtapes?
Who?
Wiz Khalifa.
Really?
That's really how Wiz Khalifa. So one of the biggest people in the mixtape game was 50 Cent.
Oh.
He was one of the people that got really crazy with it. Damn, even fucking the hate tracks are on that pit.
I mean, if they had to be.
That's crazy. So anyway, this is gonna be for the old hits. Not even the old heads. We're like the medium heads, because there are there's people who grew up with Jay-Z. Those are the old heads,
Okay, yeah, I would say because it's like if you
like Run DMC and all those people are still alive. So if you grew up with those guys, you're an old head to me, But it's like,
but I would say this is starting to get pretty old.
But it's not, because this is not that old.
But it's like old internet, you would say.
No, because the internet's not even old.
But this is like old. Like this is like old. Like is this not as old as Napster?
You got to be talking about old in the span of the hip hop genre.
Okay,
you're talking about it in regards to the internet, and that's not the same. Hip hop was around before the internet.
No, yeah, but I would just say that like the starter part of the internet is old now. You would say.
But no.
Really?
In regards, what's old? Agriculture.
Okay.
It's like your time frame
such
is
a different frame of time, though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm comparing hip hop, and you're talking about the internet.
Oh, okay,
hip hop was, and then you're like, if you're gonna go agriculture, I was like, dog, you're doing the same thing. I'm just like,
that is fair.
I was like, okay, what the fuck?
You got me there. Yeah, okay, that is pretty.
I was like, okay, dog. Yeah, in regards to the genre of hip hop, there's times, it's like Jay-Z wasn't releasing stuff on the internet.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you had to buy. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
That's what I mean.
And then there was things on the internet, and then people like me and Brandon were like, okay,
there's shit on the internet.
Look at this shit. And so, anyways, I want to shout out to the medium old heads, I guess. We're like the J. Cole,
average old heads.
We're in between the youth and the old heads,
It's like you still getting the youth slang, but you're starting to get on the edge.
I don't know. If you're a hip hop head, you're always in it though.
The slang?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, you have to be, or you can't listen to the songs. It's like, bro.
That is fair.
The thing is, hold on, I'll close this again. The one thing I will talk about with slang that's different now than it was even a few years ago is slang from everywhere is getting popular. So it's actually impossible, unless you're just fully in it, to know what all the slang words are. Because it's like, bro.
Oh, the internet does make us so much more accessible that
it's like do you know British slang?
Yeah.
But do you know all the British
Oh
slang?
no,
That's what
no,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
It's just like yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah, yeah.
saying.
But it's like I wouldn't have because I don't. Yeah, it's like you would never have because you would never meet a British person.
Before.
Yeah, but it's like you're so interconnected that it's like you know the slang of
But you can only know some of it unless you're fluent in that country because it's just like
oh yeah,
anything
yeah,
else.
yeah, because yeah,
There's British people I know, and I listen to drill British rap, and some British people will be like, I don't know what that means.
No, yeah, British
because
slang
it's
is
like,
crazy.
And to know all of that, the Toronto slang, the Atlanta slang, there's no way. There's no way you know all of the slangs.
No, yeah, for sure.
It's like there's too much. It's like, bruh, you can't know all of the slang terms. Everywhere makes hip hop now. It's like it was different when it was just coming from Atlanta or New York and there was just bits of it. But now there's Toronto slang and rap songs. There's country slang and rap songs.
There's some country slang.
I mean, most of it's pretty easy to understand. Oh, but my point is, unless you're just totally immersed, you can't know all of the slang. There's too much slang. It's a whole thing. But anyways, back to the OGs. Not even the OGs. It's hard to see. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not an OG because there's OGs before that. That's why I can't consider myself an old head, because it's like you couldn't even consider me an OG hip hop fan because there's OG hip hop fans when it just came out.
But it's like in terms of like hip hop fans now, I'd say you're an OG.
But I wouldn't be, because it's like you're forgetting that all the people are still alive.
True, but like
even someone like Uncle TJ, like our uncles listen to hip hop.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bruh, it's like you're forgetting that the older people are still alive and listening to hip hop.
The degree of OG-ness has dropped.
It's because there was a point where it's like, it's like, yeah, our parents, like dad and stuff, listened to hip hop, but our grandparents didn't because hip hop didn't exist then.
Yeah.
Like, so there's like the OGs and then there who were right there, Anyways.
No, yeah.
So let's talk about
that was
these
a tangent.
two. That was a tangent. Well, I had to explain. I was like, let's just get your frame of reference. So there was Daft Piff, and this did not look this good back in the day. And people still will drop albums on here. Lil Wayne dropped an album or a mixtape only on this website.
You could probably pull up a picture of what it used to look like.
It's not worth it.
Oh. I thought it was gonna
I'm just saying
shit.
it's slightly better than it was.
I thought even like it looked like dog shit before.
No, it was just an old internet site, you know?
Yeah.
And so you could just get free mixtapes. Artists would just go to Daft Piff and download. But the real one was hot new motherfucking hip hop. This place, because this is what happened.
Shit.
Oh, this is crazy because it okay, why we're gasping is, and this is why this site was crazy, because you could talk all the shit you wanted, but this is the streets. This is the motherfuckers who are like, all right, bro, this is just the songs. Because I wonder if you can download. You obviously can't download these anymore. Because like this website, you used to be able to go on and listen and download the tracks. You obviously can't do that anymore.
But it's like, bro.
But now they still rank. Yeah, obviously you can't. They don't have music on here anymore. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
But they used to have everything.
But they have music videos.
That is crazy. So anyways, on the top 100, Euphoria... Kendrick's got the 1 and the 2 spot. Drake got the 3. Party Next Door got 4. And then Kendrick in the 5 and the 6.
Yeah, like, bro, he fucking...
And those are all diss tracks.
And they...
And then, I mean, the Chris Brown... Buried Alive interlude. That's interesting that's there.
Yeah, so high, too.
What the Hall of Fame is. Planes by... Used To by Lil Wayne. Kill Shot by Eminem. War Pain... Damn, just more diss tracks are the Hall of Fames. Crazy. So you used to be able to go on this site and they would rank it by hotness, by simply how many people were downloading and playing the songs. So you would see what was coming up before things dropped. But now it's crazy. Now people just drop things on YouTube, Spotify.
And then they'll only do it on YouTube or like... stuff like that.
It's cool now. It's just things are so much more accessible to everybody That was just cool that it tied together with the diss track so well.
It bled right into our conversation. That was crazy.
I was like, damn. It was meant to. That whole tangent and everything was meant to be.
It was. It worked out perfectly. Damn, I can't believe he's number one. That's crazy. Well, it's not like I can't believe, but
no, it's
crazy
because it's also a crazy track too.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's so
and that was actually I was talking to your homie Remy.
Oh,
I was talking to your homie.
Shout out Remy.
Shout out Remy. Dog.
I think his Instagram is Remster.
Rem reviews.
Rem reviews would be that's
the, I don't know if I have
Remster is I think it's personal.
Yeah,
Sorry, Rem reviews.
Personal one. I
does amazing reviews on music.
And I mean, it's just another person that I saw posting about the Kendrick thing, so
it's
I had to
crazy.
To engage. And
yeah,
we were talking about what did we even say? I've had so many conversations. Anyone who's been willing to talk about this,
I've crazy.
Jumped at the opportunity. But we were talking about this. It's like, and again, to circle back in the conversation, when I was first getting into hip hop with everybody at my age group in junior high, it's like you would go to Hot New Hip Hop and you would find tracks and then you would tell the homies about it the next day.
And you have to update them on the beef.
Yeah, it's like, hey, yo, you see this shit? He talking shit. It's like people are back to talking about rap lyrics. I mean, the crazy rap lyrics and the beef is wild, but it's like this is what hip hop was like, oh, these.
Yeah, it's bringing back that old feeling again. It's
as much as these two motherfuckers hate each other. That's really not what it's about. It's that this genre of music was actually, I don't know, like stagnating. Like, you know, it reached a pinnacle.
Yeah.
Where people were just like, oh yeah, no, yeah, Drake.
It became stale. It became stale, which doesn't necessarily mean not popular.
Yeah, it's still the most
stale can be popular.
Genre,
yeah.
You know? But it was just like nothing exciting. You know, yeah, your artist would drop anytime Kendrick dropped anything, I was hyped. Now we got
there were hype albums still, but it's like this is like bringing it's bringing something back that was like missed for a while because like people just focused on music.
Oh yeah,
and it's like, and that's a great aspect, but it's like you can also have a fucking crazy beat and calling someone out.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're
doing more than calling each other. Yeah, they're doing more than calling each other out.
The shit this is one of the craziest beefs ever.
The shit they're saying too, it's so, oh my god, it's just like, and that's the thing, it's like it's not just one thing, it's like Kendrick's and Drake's, like they go so into each other, they hate each other so much.
Because it's like, this is the thing too, because I've been trying to talk to some homies who aren't that into hip hop, and it's like, okay, bro, you just don't get the culture, because they're like, yeah, this is all a show, blah blah blah. It's like, no, bro,
it's like you don't know.
You don't.
This is the one aspect that's like, no, they fucking hate each other.
It's like, bruh, it's like, yeah, they're making millions of dollars doing this, but you don't do this.
And for
the
publicity.
Shit they're saying about each other is stuff you don't. It's like, bro, this isn't a show.
It's like, no, he's trying to. It's like Drake is trying to offend Kendrick, and Kendrick's trying to offend. And it's also like, bro, he didn't even give him fucking 2 days to recover from Euphoria. Yeah, it was a bad.
Like, hey,
he was like, you know what? I got more to say.
Like, fuck that. Oh, you dropped another track. Hey,
fuck you.
Like, holy. Like, I remember, it's like I'm talking to some people about it, and I was like, bro, you're just like, yeah, they're just smarter than all of us, and all.
No,
it's like, bro, you're looking at this at the totally wrong.
They're just both. It's like, and it's like they just both are really good at making music.
Yeah,
and they both fucking hate each other right now. And obviously, Kendrick is a lot more
lyrical.
I would say he's dominating it at this point. I have seen some hot takes that Drake is the one coming out on top of this, but I honestly just think those are Drake fans, because I don't think you could defend Drake at this point. Kendrick Lamar is beating his ass lyrically.
And again, who knows by the time this comes out what has happened?
That is true. Drake might fire.
Drake just dropped. What did he just drop?
He dropped
The Heart Part 6. He dropped it 18 hours ago. I still haven't listened to it.
That'll be an interesting listen. I'm curious what he has to say back, because Kendrick has had a lot to say.
He said, and that's another thing. The length of these diss tracks have been. Look at
even 5 minutes is crazy.
Yeah,
5 minutes is crazy. You're talking shit about someone.
This one is 7 minutes long, and then you come back with a 5.5.
And Kendrick's Euphoria was supposed to be 12 or
I think 16.
16. I read 16,
and
I
then
believe.
even that, his other ones were 6.5, 6.5, 4.5, and not like us, dog. You know what's crazy about this? Because people didn't like. There's the people who are like hip hop heads and music people that even Brandon wasn't huge on these ones, but it's because they're not into. Unless it's a banger, they're not playing rap songs.
And that's the thing. Yeah, it's like I definitely. It's like I don't know. I kind of wanted like I feel like Kendrick like if he's doing a diss track, I'm like he's gonna drop like the best workout song of all time.
Have you not heard "Not Like Us" though?
But that's the thing. It's like, and then he did, and then I'm just like these are fucking the shit he talked is crazy.
It's there's been posts on the internet too. They're like Kendrick taught me in the last few days I could be more of a hater.
He is a fucking hater, dog. Bro, the shit he says.
I've never even because he's saying it himself. He's like, yeah, I hate you like I was. You're making me. That was one of my the craziest things. Not the craziest, but I was like, that's a wild long. He's like, I hate you like I'm young, meaning like it's like you hate someone when you're older, but when you're
young,
when you're a
different.
teenager, you
hate someone.
He's like, damn, it's
I hate you like I'm young. Like,
and he's
bro,
like, I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you dress.
like you bro, like, and it's just the fact that it's like Drake, like before Drake dropped this, it's like he like Kendrick responded and then was kept. Like he's just like he oh, you must hate someone so much.
I just. And it goes two ways. Nobody's perfect, and that's why I'm loving it.
And I think that's why it's very entertaining for everyone. It's like everyone's had someone that they do petty shit to, and it's like and you're like fuck, I just don't like this person. But it's like they are that to level 10 right now, and they're icons. And
it's like, what was the dude calling Kendrick Lamar? He's like, I just talked to Petty Pendergrass Lamar.
Like, bro, that is so. It is so petty to not even wait for the fucking guy to reply. You're like, no, fam, I got 6 more minutes to say.
And this is like this. Oh wait, have you seen the Google Maps thing?
What do you mean?
Because okay, so if you look at this album art.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's Drake's house.
Yeah.
And do you know what those are?
No.
Those red signs, those are if you look up sex offenders in your area, that's what pops up. So that's Drake's house and a bunch of sex offenders inside. That's what that on a track that he's calling him a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah.
And then look, wait, I'll pull this up. This is what's crazy.
There's so much to talk about this beef. Holy fuck. So much.
I don't even think you can look this up like this anymore.
Well, not Drake's house.
Faith was on. She was also. Oh, what the? Nope.
That's getting clipped.
I need to. No, it won't understand. Park Lane, Toronto. I'll show you.
Drake.
It won't clip out because
I could just see the comedic zoom in when it just pulls up Drake International. Bro, this is.
Here we go.
This is it. This is Drake's house.
Hold on, what is it? Because this is literally how you find it. You know what? I can go like this. Hold on. This will be easy.
The journey for Drake's house.
Google Maps. This will pop it up for sure. Look what this mother.
Especially since the.
Look what this motherfucker do. So if you look it up on, this is what it will show up as on Google Maps.
Owned by Kendrick. That's crazy.
It will say Kendrick's dog, and it will say owned by Kendrick. If you look up.
The disrespect is crazy.
Maybe I can look it up like that. I was like, what are they
by
doing?
Drake? Or owned by Kendrick?
Maybe if I looked up, I don't think it will.
Yeah, I think it might get confused on what you mean.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, it's fucking ocean.
It's crazy. The beef is whatever. I showed y'all.
Fuck it. You get it.
Yeah.
You get
the
it.
beef is
The beef's
extraordinary, and I'm
talked about it for fucking 24 minutes.
I've been talking about it all week. I've been talking about it to everyone all the time that gives even a little bit of a shit.
That's the thing too. It's like if you even know who Drake is, you know this beef, and everyone knows Drake.
It's wild, but there's also like, again, there's the people that know hip hop and are in it and the lyrics and stuff, and then there's so many things about people who are outside looking at the beef, being like, "I hate you because you're white but you're black," and he's like, "I hate you because you're short and you wear small shoes. Do some push-ups, Kendrick."
It is very like little kid beef.
But now it's great.
Now it's
hey, bro, you're a white beater. Hey, bro, you're a pedophile. It's like, holy shit.
It's like, damn, we're really fucking. Because it did start kind of petty, like the shoe size, but it's like now it's gone to a dark place. Because even other beefs that have happened in the time span of like the last couple of years, they've kind of stayed to that sort of extent. Like no one ever really like went after,
except one beef that I don't know if you heard about.
Oh,
this one was getting started right at the same time as the Kendrick, like that drop with Future and Kendrick, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that same week, I'm almost certain Chris Brown. So Chris Brown hates Quavo.
Yeah, I do remember that. I forgot that.
And he said he went right 0 to 100.
No, Chris Brown went crazy.
He was like, who's the one Meagle that's still alive? The other one? Who's the one that died? I don't
want to say. I really do not know.
Because I think Offset and Quavo are still alive, and that means Takeoff.
Takeoff is the one who passed away.
Let's just make sure.
Damn, that's been a while since that's happened too.
Yeah, Takeoff died. So Chris Brown essentially in his song said, "Hey, motherfucker, you're the one that should have died." And I was like, holy fuck.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, the beef, that was at the time, because Kendrick's diss was, again, it was petty. He's like, fuck the big three. It's just big me.
Yeah.
You know,
it's like whatever, but this is fucking jeez.
And then Chris Brown did that, and I was like, bro, that's brutal.
Like that's some crazy shit.
If you go listen to that Chris Brown verse, and then he's just like, yeah, bro, you just got bodied by a singer, you know? It's like, I was like, oh shit, you did.
Damn, singing disses is crazy.
Sometimes that one was bananas. But then the stuff with Drake and where Kendrick Lamar's like, "Dear Adonis, Drake's son. Like, I'm sorry that Drake's your dad."
Oh yeah,
like,
that was pretty. Hearing that, I was like, "Fuck."
I was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah, he got him.
It's been a ride. But I know there's something you wanted to discuss, and I know that you know. So we're not talking about this fucking rap.
Oh yeah, this holy fuck, 30 solid minutes.
But you know what? As a thing for myself, I'm glad that I finally got to talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah, it's like so much has happened in such a short span of time. It's like, guys,
I'm like,
a week ago this beef wasn't even happening.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, this is like, you don't hear I get a Kendrick Lamar album every 5 years.
It is insane. It's just like it's so weird. Even going on Spotify, I was like, this is so weird. It's like you go on Kendrick's Spotify to click the same shit, you know? He doesn't post a lot of music,
not at all.
And so it's just like to see the Drake diss. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Oh my!
It's like I can't believe I'm doing this right now.
It's wild. It is. And then people. No, we're gonna move.
Yeah.
We've gotten all the main points.
Yeah.
Again, by the time this comes out, it'll actually be old beef, and there'll be fucking 10 more diss songs.
But also, we have 2 rap icons killing each other. It needs to be talked about. This is going to be talked about for 10 years from now.
This will be if people don't understand the gravitas, is that what you could say?
The gravity?
No, gravitas.
What the fuck is gravitas?
Hey Siri, define gravitas.
Oh.
Jay,
She don't.
she didn't read
Yeah,
it.
she didn't read it out.
She didn't read it out. She's like, "Fuck you, guys." Oh, then
Then
it's
she closed it out. She really said,
fuck you. Hey, man. Hey, yo. Hey Siri, define gravitas. It's a noun. It means dignity, seriousness, or so. What is it? Solemnity of manner.
Solemnity.
Solemnity. It just means like it's very serious.
Serious.
What?
Kasiri?
Oh, that was a lame.
Sorry.
That was
sorry.
a lame joke.
When you like brushed it off, I like thought about it. I was like, maybe that was a good thing you didn't talk about it.
Holy shit, that is a clip. Oh man. I can't believe it came out of your mouth. Oh my god, that was almost gross. Seriousness. Until you said Siri again, I was like, what the fuck is... Yeah, that's the definition of the word.
Yeah, I just thought I said it again.
Yeah, gravitas is like serious.
Oh my god, why did we talk about Siri?
What was I saying now?
Oh god, yeah. We went back to the Kendrick and Drake beef again.
Yeah. We haven't left it. We keep saying we're gonna leave it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we're concluding. This is a beef. It might go down as the greatest rap beef of all time.
For sure.
Since like NWA, not NWA, but since Ice Cube versus Dre and Eazy.
Yeah, like and we're
Tupac,
talking about that in the car.
Biggie, like this might be.
Fuck, I forgot about that one. That one's crazy.
You know, like this. I mean, theirs is more serious because there was death that involved.
Yeah, involved that one. Yeah, that one obviously it's hard to top that one because that one got serious. But also we don't know how far this beef will go because this is technically only the start. But it's like.
But it's not the start. That's another thing to bring up too. Kendrick has hated Drake for a long time, and this is one thing that again the hip hop heads will talk about. Like a lot of the people that do the shows, like Charlemagne and whoever the fuck, you know.
Kendrick has been hating on Drake for a while,
and it's like, and one thing Kendrick gets hated on is like anytime he comes back and he's about to drop the album, he starts throwing shots at Drake again, and it's just like to promote the album. It's like, well, that's what everyone does. Like, what did Drake and Kanye do?
It's like everyone gets in a. It's just like it's
like okay, bro, I'm back. Hey, fuck you, by the way. Yeah, I'm dropping out.
It's just like if you said that to Kendrick, it's like, what about Kanye's entire career? There's always controversy attached to his album rollouts. It's like, what is part of his album rollouts?
It's like, why are you guys using that as a?
Yeah, Kendrick just got to throw some shots.
Yeah, it's like, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm back. Fuck you.
Drake, you suck.
And then getting your feels.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, I've been doing therapy. But making a hard right, maybe not even a hard right, because the transition, and watch this is how you know I've been podcasting for a year. Some people are saying that this beef between Kendrick and Drake is fake, but you can tell when the beef is see?
Okay.
Yeah. You can tell when the beef is even in hip hop and stuff. You know, you can tell when there's a heel. You know, you can tell when someone's like, "Hey, yo, fuck you," and it's like, "Yeah." Like Kanye's good at it's like, "Yeah, fuck everybody."
Kanye might be the biggest hip hop heel there is.
Hey, God, we're all about God. Also, hey, fuck you, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. But just like every heel, they have a little baby face run, and Kanye did. In that 2020 span when he did those 4 albums, I'd say his album Yay.
Oh,
that one was like a baby. I think that's the only time he's been baby.
I don't even know if you could say because he
kept being like, "I'm sorry, guys," or "Kids See Ghosts."
Oh yeah, when he made that's true. When he's making a man, everyone's back on Kanye. Yeah, he's a genius.
And he kept being like, "Oh, I'm not perfect. Like I'm going through so much."
He still has one of my favorite quotes of all time. He's like, they want the craziest beats. They want the craziest shoes. They want the craziest outfits. Don't you think that comes from the craziest motherfucker?
And
I was like, oh,
It's so true. You gotta be a little fucking crazy.
You gotta be gone, because it's like, or you're just gonna be doing the same thing everyone else is doing.
Or else you're gonna get a normal job.
Talking about, I know I just did that huge setup. And
Yeah.
I did.
And then you didn't follow.
But it's like, one thing I gotta talk about with Kanye West is, man, I want to get them, is those fucking Yeezy pods, bro. People love these things. Love these things. If anyone doesn't know, the Yeezy pod is essentially like a sock. It's a shoe. It's like there's padded. There's people reselling
Those
them.
fucking outfits. Oh my
Man,
god.
fuck these guys, because Yeezy's selling them for $20. Yeezy's a G. So he originally sold them for $200, and he's like, no, you know what? Yeezy's for the people. Everything's $20 now. And I was like, the people that bought them ahead of time for $200, he refunded them $180 back. And I was like,
That's a G. That's a G.
Fucking good for you.
That's a G.
But I gotta say, people are saying these things are the most comfortable thing ever. And it's essentially like a sock with a bottom on it, so it's a shoe.
Yeah, some type of like padding.
Yeah.
Like it's quite an interesting thing to invent.
However, the thing, like, yeah, look, it looks like a sock.
Yeah, like it's quite interesting.
But I would wear the fuck out of them. Like,
God
look at
damn,
that.
that is scientifical, my G.
And it's $20. It ships in 4 weeks. That's the
What
one
are
thing.
those? Can we scroll down again? What
Yes.
the fuck?
Oh yeah, let's go,
Bro,
Let's
this is
go,
not
bro.
clockwork orange type of fucking.
I was gonna say, this is Kanye. You know,
creepy as fuck.
This is yay. But everything's. I mean, I think these prices are in Canadian dollars. That's why they're slightly more than $20. You know, but Ye's doing it, man.
Bro, this looks like this guy. It looks like mugshots.
Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah, bro. But you know, he's in his Vulture era.
Yeah,
It's like, you know, it's like
it's like simpler.
And then you
design.
can also buy his. Oh damn! You can buy the Like That remix. Damn, it's a goat.
You saw he changed the Spotify thing though, right?
What?
To a goat.
No, I didn't.
No, that's what he's doing right now. He changed his Spotify thing to a goat.
What a fucking G, bro. Yeah, but everything's $20 on here, which is G. Man, this guy's. He's really for the people. I don't know if I'd rock anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't. You couldn't catch me wearing that.
But I would buy the Yeezy pods. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, JusJrdn here, interrupting myself to do my own ad. Thank you so much for all the likes, subscriptions, and thanks for checking out this video. If you really want to support me and the channel, the best thing that you can do is pre-order my vinyl record. I've been working on this record for forever. It's only coming out on vinyl. There will only ever be 1,000 copies of this vinyl ever released, and it would mean the world if you bought it. I spent a lot of time, a lot of money, worked with some of the best musicians in all of Canada, especially all of Edmonton, to put this together. It's a beautiful album, influences of rock, hip hop, and it's just a beautiful, unique piece of art, and it's made for the art lovers. But it's going to be gold. It's beautiful colors, so many great artists on this. And yeah, it's my second album of all time, Olympus, and I'm so proud of it. So it would mean the world if you could pick it up. If you really want to support the channel, it would mean everything. All right, back to the podcast. Oh, also, before back to the podcast, you can pre-order it at www.primepurposemovement.com/shop. All right, thank you. Goodbye.
I feel like the same people who buy Cybertrucks also wear like Kanye clothes. I feel like that's the same type of person.
I would buy a Cybertruck if I had the money.
After those videos, I guess it's not done, but
I mean, but if you, I'm not gonna talk shit about. You know who's such a? Okay.
damn,
Hold
we are
on.
not talking. Fuck.
Because I want to get. Because I know there's two things that we talked about that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
And I know I just
This
said
could just be let's just let this be a long podcast.
I set it up so perfectly with the heel and everything.
Yeah, you really
I'm
did.
gonna wreck it. I'm gonna say we're gonna start talking about wrestling.
Yeah.
But
anyways.
I needed to get this conspiracy theory out.
Oh yeah, let's talk about conspiracy theories.
That's what's
I
another
fucking love
thing.
conspiracy
I know
theories,
you
dog.
do, and I just heard this one last night. That's why I was like, oh, that's kind of hype that you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. Okay, what's up?
They think that Elon Musk wants to buy, get this, Disney.
Is that conspiracy theory or like a guess?
It's, well, because this is the thing, is he's helping the conspiracy behind it is apparently there's a woman that's suing Disney right now for something crazy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
That.
And he's paying for it. And the thing is, he's like, okay, yeah, I'll pay for your thing in hopes that this is super conspiratorial. But I was
I
like,
see where the conspiracy theory comes
because
in.
then they have to, if they actually go to court, because usually people who sue and are in the right will want to settle. But he's like, no settling. Let's go to court. Because then when you take someone to court, they have to release documents to the public that they don't want to.
Yeah.
And then when you have to release unfavorable documents, which every company has, that's just, no one is perfect. That's
you've done some
know,
shitty shit.
And this is one thing I gotta always have companies' backs on is most of the people that are your best friends are pieces of shit. Let's be honest. And then you are as well. There are things, if anybody dug around in your own fucking life, they would pull out ghosts. They would pull out skeletons.
Yeah.
And so it's like, not that I'm defending big companies or bad people,
But it's like we do like to point the finger because our skeletons aren't like the skeletons in our closet aren't being like pulled out of.
and that's what it
like,
is.
you know,
it's like, oh, look at this.
It's like,
motherfucker.
oh, look at this.
Hey.
And then it's like this could also be related to wrestling because like look at Vince McMahon. It's like he's getting fucking terrible allegations at the moment because that's the thing. It's like as much as and I more than anyone I fully believed the girl that's involved in the Vince McMahon allegations, like the bad ones, and she says how there's hundreds of women that are involved but they will never come out because they're still getting paid. And it's crazy, but it's like you also have to look at it from the middle stance, which is the fact that these are allegations. Vince McMahon says they're not true. And
you don't know what's the truth yet.
And the only reason this is happening is because Vince McMahon stopped paying her NDA agreement thing.
Damn.
Which was we could pull up the numbers, but the last time I remember hearing it was like $30 million a month.
There's no way.
It was an insane amount of money. Oh, maybe all of the NDAs together. Maybe all of them together. Oh, that might have been
that
it.
Rich, you know? Oh, yeah.
To 4 women.
Yeah, see, because I was like, man,
30
million, he's not that rich.
Yeah,
he's rich,
yeah.
but $30 million a month would make a billionaire go broke. You know?
Yeah. That might have been okay.
So
I pulled that number.
Paid nearly $15 million. So what NBC News says, which we'll quote our sources here.
Yeah.
Has stepped down. So this happened. This is February 4th, 2024. So pretty recent. Probably the most recent, I would say.
Since the case has started.
And it says McMahon has stepped down as CEO of WWE, which everybody knows, in 2024 after which he then came back afterwards, which was weird. Anyways, we won't get that. Found that he paid nearly $15 million to 4 women over 16 years to quiet claims of sexual misconduct.
Yeah. And so those are the 4 confirmed ones, and then obviously the girl who's suing is saying that there's hundreds more, and it's more of a what's it called?
Yeah, and then this is probably the one where she's seeking $3 million, and that would make sense.
Yeah,
he looks
like a fucking evil.
Like it's all red. There's a dead dinosaur. Like,
bro, even when he fucking look up Vince McMahon with a mustache, bro. Dog, this is fucking 80. This is like 7-year-old Vince McMahon too. This is not gonna be like young Vince McMahon. But bro, when he dyed his mustache, I'm like, you look like an evil billionaire. Look at this motherfucker.
Yes.
Like he looks like he about to make a dubious deal.
Yes, 100%.
Like, bro. This was after the TKO signing. I was like, bro, this is this guy just got paid $1 billion.
Because that's what I was like too. I was like, that's how you're gonna present yourself to the world?
Yeah, it's like the fusion of the 2 biggest like entertainment companies coming together, and you got a fucking like brown mustache, and you're like,
mustache. I was just like, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
You're not looking at the screen. This is look at this comparison. Look at this young strapping lad. Look at this.
Look at what he's turned into.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything, but Yeah.
I mean, he's a confirmed bad person, but could be obviously a horrible person if this
it's
case,
like-
what happens to this case.
There's a lot of, especially in the, I mean, and that's why they're the most, that's what I hate about us as humans. You know, it's, why are these two things the most famous things, right? Like wrestling right now is the biggest it's
peaking
ever
again
been
in so many years.
And as much as people don't want to admit that, it's the same thing with hip hop right now. Why? Because people love conflict. People love this shit more than we love each other. Yeah, that's fine for a small demographic.
Yeah, but it's
people love war.
Yeah, they love
people love combat. People love, hey, that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's getting fucked up. That's why Conor McGregor is gonna beat UFC 300 sales.
And it's true because it's just like he's not even winning.
It's like, bro, he's that is an interesting. So yeah, that fight also got announced relatively recently to when we're filming this. But yeah, that's Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at UFC 303. It is 170 pounds. And Conor hasn't fought in 3 years now. He hasn't won in 6. I don't mean to roast the man, but he hasn't.
He's a movie star. You just can't have the same hunger. You can't.
Actually, wait, pull up his record. Maybe he won in 2020. Maybe he won in 20. Okay, maybe I don't know when that Donald Cerrone, MCGRE. I get, because Connor McDavid, especially because just while we're talking about it, the Oilers are crushing it right now. Yeah, killing
it right now. And the talk of McDavid, I know Conor McGregor and Conor McDavid
aren't related at all, but
their names are the closest ever. The closest ever.
It's so funny because do you think Conor McGregor even knows who Conor McDavid is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Conor McDavid, he's so good. I'm not even that big. I'm not a hockey fan. I'm not.
Me either, but he's insane.
He is that good. Like, if he continues to have this kind of career, might be the greatest hockey player of all time.
Yeah, for sure. One of the GOATs.
Which is cool because he plays for the Oilers. And, that's why if you ever see me get confused, my mind, it's like the Connor Mick, and it's like a Gregor McDonald. Like, my brain just.
There's only like 3 famous Micks.
And Connor Mick. Like,
yeah. It's the same spelling too. It's like, fuck.
It's like my brain just gets so fucked anytime those two names get mentioned.
Yeah.
Anyways.
His record.
I just had to clarify.
You could just go on Wikipedia. It's the best one. Oh. Wikipedia keeps a very I would do Wikipedia. Yeah, for sure. Wikipedia
that's not even there.
No, yeah, but Wikipedia's you could just go on to his Wikipedia and it'll be on there. Yeah. Wikipedia keeps a very, very detailed listing of Anthony. He looks like an Anthony. Wikipedia keeps a very detailed record of all professional fighting. It's one of the best for sure.
That's cool. Wait,
he does have a lot of controversies. You have to go all the way down to. He might be so famous. He has 2 Wikipedias. Yeah, so we got. But we got mixed martial arts records. Right there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there you go. There we go. Perfect. So his last win was in 2020. Okay, so it's only been 4 years since his last win.
Okay.
Not too bad, but the last time he fought was in 2021. It was to Dustin Poirier. Obviously got his ankle broken. It's listed here as a doctor stoppage, but he snapped his leg.
I mean, but that is a doctor stoppage, is it not?
No, well, it would be a TKO because he's been knocked out of contest by Dustin Poirier, but it's a TKO labeled as a doctor stoppage, which is not true.
Oh, wait, why?
A TKO doctor stoppage is when you get a bad cut.
But wouldn't this be the most extreme version of that?
I guess. I would just say you're giving a lot of credit to the doctor when Conor McGregor couldn't have fought if he wanted to. He would have gotten, he got knocked out of Like to Dustin Poirier, I would say he knocked out Conor McGregor. Like obviously TKO'd.
TKO.
He TKO'd Conor McGregor.
That's interesting because then what?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's why it's labeled that way.
Because it did finish the round, which I think that's why it's fucking it up. Because they finished the round. The Herb Dean didn't stop it.
And then the doctor came in and
it's because Conor couldn't stand up. And then they were like, well, you're done.
Well, yeah. But then technically the doctor would have to make that call.
No. Because he can't stand up. That's not the doctor making that call. That's like, this is over.
I can see why it's considered that.
Okay.
It'd be like if you were bleeding out of control.
Which actually did happen at the last UFC, if you want to bring that up.
Because if you were bleeding out of control. Wait, and they stopped it because of bleeding?
Yeah, so I think you can look it up. It was UFC 301. Look at knee bleeding. So this was on the prelims. And it was,
who?
I didn't get
what bleeding?
Knee.
Oh, knee.
I guess you could put, knee bleeding. Yeah. So this was quite controversial when it happened. You could pull up the images. Yeah. So basically what happened is a gentleman, he calf kicked the guy. And
hold on.
So at first I thought it was his toenail that probably cut him, but it was actually the shin that cut him. Okay. And so he got that bloody knee in I guess the top left there. That's what it looked like when they stopped it. And so when the announcers are just saying, oh, it's because the bleeding's so bad, he can't fight, but he can still fight. It's his knee. It's not his face. He's not being like obstructed his view or anything like that. The ref stopped it because he thought a bone was protruding.
That's fair. I thought
it was very on topic with what we were talking about.
And so then it was a doctor stoppage?
No, the ref said so. The doctor didn't even get called in.
No. So what do they call it? Just a TKO?
This was a TKO. Because this is the equivalent of like being stopped because you have too much blood in your eye or something like that. And obviously it's like the guy who it happened to, he's pissed off. Because he was telling the ref, he's like, I'm fine. I mean, it's just a bad cut.
That's what a ref is there for.
Because it does look bad. Up. It does look bad. And that's the thing too. It's like I can kind of see what he thought it was a bone. Because that's bad as fuck. Yeah. And then when you look at the footage, he doesn't cut him with his toenail. He cuts him with his shin.
And I understand, because it's like, I understand, but my whole thing is, especially like that, it's like if the ref would have let him fight and then it was a broken leg and it got even worse, people would be like, that ref's a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's on him at all times.
And he's like, you know what? I think it's this. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You know? Not fuck you.
Yeah, but like, yeah. It's like, and the ref apologized too. So it's like, yeah. And then I guess, yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. I mean, this is why things are so weird in this sport, because there's so many rules that are just so subjective.
It's especially the knee, which is very like what a grounded opponent is.
Yeah, there's so many things like that. There's just so many things like that. But
it's just to be as safe as possible. Which is obviously
because we're talking about Conor. Conor, he's gonna come because it doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna want to watch this fight.
Yeah, Conor McGregor is that guy. If we look up the top 5 best-selling pay-per-views, he's a part of 4 of them now, because UFC 300 is now number 3.
UFC 300 was
insane. Do we want to talk about that?
We can talk about anything.
Oh yeah, we could.
We gotta give it up for Jury.
Did you see his Instagram after he won?
I've seen nothing but his Instagram, dog.
Oh
what do you mean, like right after?
I mean, okay, well, first of all, I didn't realize that he went to the arena at 3 a.m.
to
meditate.
What? See, this is why this guy is.
Fans were posting videos of him. He was sitting outside of the arena meditating, and then they asked him in the press conference, they're like, "Why are you doing that?" And he's like, "I used to visualize." It's like, this guy's fucking crazy.
He loses. He'll lose and be like, this was on me.
So I don't know if exactly. So I don't know if I told you this. So basically how the 300, so it was UFC 300, Dana White said whoever gets the performance bonus, there's only one. Usually it's 300,000 or sorry, it's 30,000. He made it 300,000 for UFC 300.
But he's a fucking G.
But Dana White said that, so he gave it to Max Holloway originally, who did the last second knockout,
which was
insane.
Crazy.
But he said Yuri did such a crazy job that he gave Max Holloway 600,000, and then he gave Yuri the other 300,000. And Yuri's reaction was just like, okay.
It's not about the money.
Yeah, it's not about
It's
the
not the. He's like, thank
Bro,
you. Thank you.
When they said that on Joe Rogan's like, he's probably like, I will build bigger shed.
Excellent.
I will buy more room.
More room. This will buy so much tea. Thank you.
So many vitamins.
This guy, and that's why I love this motherfucking dude.
He's
because he's like the anti-fighter, you know?
Yeah.
He's not like anyone else in the UFC.
And he's so genuine. He's that to like
a T.
To a T.
It's not fake. It's not in because people were calling him out about the samurai thing. They're like, bro, you're not a samurai. He's like, you're right. I'm not a samurai.
Yeah, he's like, it's
I'm
just a lifestyle.
Who's trying to practice samurai. He's like, these things I relate to, and he's like, I'm trying to become that. He's like, I know I'm not that. It's like, what kind of response is that? It's like you know?
this guy just fucking. But this is it. It's just like if there was no media attached to UFC, he would still be this.
Yeah.
And that's why he seems so genuine. It's like obviously he's gonna be an icon if he's like this.
Oh,
it's like obvious. It's like no one's like this to a T. No one goes in 3 Days of Darkness either.
That's just fucking.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you need a partner next time? I got you.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
it's crazy.
And that'll be interesting, especially if I know John Jones is the popular name, so people watching this probably know who that is. But the UFC is kind of scrambling to see
shit out of.
So they might do Yuri versus Alex Pereira, but actually John Jones has called out Alex Pereira to meet him up at heavyweight.
Damn. So you think?
I don't think Alex can do it. I think if there's ever going to be a double champ, it's other divisions. 205 and then the weight limit at heavyweight is 265.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah, the difference between someone who's weighing 220 and someone who's weighing 265.
And that's the thing. Alex Pereira gets to like 230 on fight day.
It's crazy. I was thinking about that the other day too. Actually, the jump between that class is crazy.
Do you think there should be an in between?
I do. I don't know how I get it. I do get why it's like that because it's just like, okay, if you're over 220, it's basically if you're over 220, this is where you fight.
And I think boxing does too much. Every 5 pounds,
because that's what they're trying. There's because that's the
or
thing
every 3 pounds.
There's
sorry,
already too many weight classes.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of who's in which. It is hard because like unless you watch it as like literally everything, you start to lose track of who's in which.
And I get it, and it's like, well. Because if there was less champions, the championship would mean more, you know?
Yeah, it's like yeah. Back when the UFC only had 2 weight classes, being a UFC champion was fucking crazy.
Crazy.
It's like either you're fighting people that weigh more than you, or you're fighting giants. Because I think all they had was 185, and then fucking
and
whoever wants to weigh more than that.
Because then that's the argument, you know, because that's how I see it too. It's like, man, well, if you split that up even into one more division, it's like, well, now you just made 2 more champions.
Yeah. But
it's like, bruh.
It's just like, but it's like, yeah. And then you just have the problem at 205. These are all heavyweights that can just so happen to be lean enough. Well, actually, besides, that's one thing that, have you heard about Yuri's interview? He did a media thing, and he said he doesn't cut any weight. He actually weighs 210 pounds, and then so he'll naturally take off 5 pounds, like in the training camp. Yeah,
you just go a little harder.
And then so what he said is he says he might go down to 185, and that's Stylebender's territory. And him versus Stylebender, I personally think Stylebender gets his ass whooped.
Because that's
I think
one thing that's crazy about Jury too is he's so abnormal.
Yeah,
the way this guy fights, it's no one else fights like this.
And the thing is, it's like he reminds me a lot of Dominic Cruz in the sense that obviously 2 completely different fucking people, but in 2 different weight classes. Dominic Cruz is 135, but it's just the way they break the rules, and the sense that if you were being a trainer and someone came into your gym day one and fought like they fought, you call them an idiot.
Yeah.
And it's like obviously now it's like the way the UFC is. It's like if someone has a style, it's like some gyms are smart enough to be like, no, okay, just fix this, but you can keep doing this.
Word.
It's like obviously that happened to Yuri in this. Actually, Dominic Cruz got called an idiot for doing so. How he punches is he punches off an angle, which you're not supposed to do.
Like
so yeah,
that?
like he doesn't punch like 1, 2. He punches like 1, 2. Like he punches like
interesting. Yeah.
It worked until now because obviously it's like
Now people know.
People know, yeah. Because it's like, yeah, but Yuri punches, he keeps his hands down and keeps his chin up, which is insanely wrong. And it's like, obviously, he's gotten TKO'd by Alex Pereira, which was kind of an early stoppage. It is hard to...
That's the one thing.
Because he's never been... I don't think he's ever been flatlined. So it's like... Because it's like, if he's been knocked out pretty bad, I would say, like, okay, maybe he should...
Because he was the champ.
He was.
And he got there so quickly.
Yeah.
And then...
I just think Alex Pereira is a good counter to his style.
Yeah,
because
I thought I was worried.
He was doing good though. That Alex Pereira fight. But obviously this one he took a couple of licks too, and I was like, oh my god.
I was like, bruh.
I was like, if he, yeah.
Because I don't know if the last fight, I don't know if he would have won. You know. That was a bullshit call. What happened?
The Alex Pereira. But it didn't look like it was going his way anyways.
But the way it ended was heartbreaking because that was a bullshit. That was the one thing.
Yeah. It was quite, because that's, it's like, he got, the doctor stopped it a little too early, but it's like, but he was starting to pick up momentum. It's just like, I felt like he started to really capitalize on dodging those leg kicks. And like, I think Alex Pereira, the couple of holes he has in his game is like the grappling. And I think Yuri, while he's not a crazy wrestler, he could capitalize on it. Because I think, even though Alex Pereira literally just got his black belt, I think that could potentially be what does him over, is he hasn't fought that crazy wrestler yet.
Oh, interesting.
And that'll be interesting. Because it's like, that's what kind of tested Anderson Silva, is he was knocking motherfuckers out, and then he fought Chael Sonnen, a wrestler, and he was kicking his ass until the last round when he locked up it. And that's the thing. It's like, you got to fight all these types of people. And Alex Pereira is like, he hasn't been getting gifted fights, I would say. Like some people say, like, it's like, oh, like he's only fucking 6 fights in his UFC career and he already has 2 belts.
And it's like, bruh, how can you say someone's gifted fights with something
like?
It's like dude showing up and performing. It's like
fucking crazy.
If you would have got those opportunities and lost, he would not get those opportunities.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and it's like every time they give him a tough challenge, he wins.
Because, you know, I think what people, and it happens in every sport, and it's unfortunate, people don't want to realize that sports, no matter what, unless it's the Olympics, and that's the one thing I'll say, that the Olympics hold strong. There's corruption there other ways, but it's the sport where it's like, hey, whoever wins. Everywhere else is trying to make, well, the Olympics is also trying to make money, but everywhere else is a business first.
For sure.
A business first. Why does Conor McGregor get anything he wants all the time?
Get his own card, yeah.
He makes all of the money.
He makes all of
the money all of the time.
And obviously Conor McGregor is like the 100% number one example in any company ever. But it's like, also it's smaller things too. It's like why if Sean O'Malley asks for like to fight Ilya Topuria, which is the champion above him, and gets a double champ, even though he's only defended his belt once, which is kind of crazy, he'll get it. He'll get it, because Sean O'Malley with 2 belts will make more money than Sean O'Malley with 1 belt.
And that's what it and people just don't understand. It's like, okay, let's make it, because if you don't make money, nothing will go on.
Yeah. It's just how it is. It's just like if you prioritize satisfying fans, it's like there are fans that like that's not the majority.
No.
Like hardcore UFC fans aren't the majority.
No.
They're
just like anything else.
Yeah.
It's like, bruh, most people, no matter what it is, are watching for entertainment.
Yeah, and they're like Conor McGregor. Oh, I know that guy. Put that shit on.
Yeah,
pay fucking $90.
Yeah, last time he broke his leg and still talked shit. You know, it's like,
that was That might be the second craziest thing I've ever seen from the UFC. I think number one is still the fucking UFC 300 as a whole.
UFC 300 blew
Was
me away.
fucking crazy.
Blew me, not only because my boy was fucking back in it.
But that's why it's so crazy. Yuri on the prelims. He
Yuri-
could have been on the main card.
Could have been on the main
He
card.
could have been on the
and
main
wasn't.
card. No, because that's how stacked that was. And every fight on the prelim delivered.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I couldn't have been happier right
Yeah.
from out the gates. I was like, Yuri wins. The rest of this. Oh, and then so did fucking Wei Li.
Who also like, yeah, she's
Oh man,
she's a killer. She's a
Oh.
killer. She's because this
do you know how to
she's
spell her name?
yeah, WELI. No, WEILI. Way.
L-I-L-I. Let me go like this.
I know her last name is.
I know. We're not gonna let everyone see, so don't.
Yeah.
worry.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
This one, I knew it. Oh yeah. Okay. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
found it. You don't need to know how we found it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But she's a Chinese champ,
The first and only UFC Chinese champion.
and she's on awesome. I would love to just meet her to see, because she seems like just, I don't know, like chill.
Yeah, she seems so chill. And that's the thing too. She's really
Fucking. Oh.
the UFC's doing this more. Dustin Poirier is also getting his own shorts, and I'm sure Connor will too. But the main card all got their own custom shorts, and it's so like her Chinese ones were so cool.
She is. It was a brutal fight.
Yeah, Whaley
Is this what it?
Yeah. Holy fuck, it was crazy. So yeah, it's just like and like for the expectations that Yan, I'm not sure how you say her name, but the other girl, she was just, everyone thought she was gonna get demolished, and she did in the first round. She got fucked up. In
Yeah.
fact, she got choked so bad that she struggled to get up. In fact, if the ref wasn't there, I don't know if she would have gotten up.
I honestly, that's still actually. I'm glad we're talking about this now, because I
Yeah.
haven't talked about this with it other than that day.
Yeah.
I can't believe that she was even allowed to continue to fight.
Yeah, so like to describe it a little bit more, just in case you didn't see it. So at the like 30-second mark, Whaley starts to go for a choke, and the 25 seconds she gets it. She locks in the guillotine, and then the girl doesn't tap. And then Saved by the Bell gets up. Whaley shoots right up, goes up. The other girl gets up, but she instantly almost falls over.
I'm talking. She doesn't get up.
You're right.
Whaley almost has to brush her off of her body. Like, this girl's body is limp.
Yeah, and she
Limp.
falls on the
And
ref.
she's like, and then she kind of gets up, staggers around,
Yeah,
and then she gets the timeout.
yeah. And then the ref had to be like, your corner's over there. You're going the wrong way.
Like I was flat. I was like, you guys are not gonna do anything about this
Yeah.
right now. I was like, wait.
It's like we're just she's struggling to get up, like she's barely conscious, and then she
And-
fucking went to decision. And she's so tough. It's like, I don't think they should do a rematch, because I still thought it was pretty one-sided, but she did a lot better than I thought she was gonna do.
I think so too. I think
She definitely fought she definitely, I think I do remember recalling that she hit Whaley with some shots.
yeah.
But obviously Whaley's just so
And then,
fucking
'cause
tough.
That was the thing too. Well, you could tell Whaley got fucking exhausted.
Yeah, she got
She's
tired.
not used to fucking going these rounds.
Yeah, she usually
because
just
she's
fuck-
so
she
dominating.
fucks
And
up.
she's so tiny.
Oh my god,
she's
yeah,
so-
115.
Yeah, 115. She's just this tiny fucking. But I think she's so cool for whatever reason, you know.
And this is a good point too to talk about. So there have now been 4 people to simultaneously hold titles in 2 divisions. So that means like you're the champ in one division and champ in the other. There have been like 12 people who have gotten 2 belts in their lifetime, like in different weight classes,
there's
just not at the
only
same
how
time.
many?
There's 4 people who have held 2 belts simultaneously.
Oh, 4 people. Okay, let me just hold on.
Oh, yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. There's 4 people that have held 2 belts at the same time.
At the
Okay.
same time,
Yeah.
Obviously different times of like eras and stuff like that. But then there have been like 12 people who have gone a belt, lost it, and then went up a weight class,
Oh,
and then won a different belt. Yeah.
2 belts in
That's
different weight
yeah,
classes.
that's a little bit more achievable than having 2 at the same time.
But also, and this is always one thing I need to, I need, if once the champ, always the champ.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that people, I think, brush off in this sport more than any other sport is
winning it first.
It's like, dog, at one time you were the greatest.
Yeah.
You were the greatest, and that still stands for something. It's just, I think the turnover in the sport is so,
and it's always like if, especially if they lose it, it always is just like, it's hard to brush off, but it's like
but that's the thing, is they always have to lose it.
Yeah, they always have
typically
no one retires on top besides Amanda Nunes.
Other than, again, Jury, who fucking got hurt and gave it back, and he's like, hey guys, I got hurt.
Yeah,
here.
No, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so what I was going to say is there have been lots of talks, because the UFC is every 15 pounds is a weight class, which is obviously a lot of weight. But they were saying that, will there ever be a 3-divisional champ? And so when people say that, they instinctively think about the men's weight classes, because there's 8 of them, and for the women they only have 3. They used to have 4, but Amanda Nunes retired, and so they just instantly scrapped the 145 for women, which I thought was pretty stupid, because I think that there's plenty of women that can be that big.
And I don't know,
but it's like they just didn't see any,
because you gotta, the one thing people need to understand too is, just because there's a lot of dudes doing something doesn't mean there's always that many. Especially with chick athletes, it's like, not that there's not a lot of women athletes, but like, I understand there just might not be enough for that division to be competitive for like, maybe eventually, but maybe not now.
Yeah, and it's just like, so it's like they might have just had to, because it's like, once Nunes, like, there were only like 3 people in it, and she kind of beat all of them, so they just like kind of just like kept her the belt, and then now that she's gone, they're just like, oh well, now there's no one.
Yeah, see, so
but it's like,
So what's the heaviest that the
135? And PFL, the interesting thing is PFL has a 155 division for women, a 145, and I think a 135.
They're also allowed to do drugs.
Oh yeah. If there's
no drug testing.
Yeah.
Sorry,
if you
want
to,
you're allowed to do drugs.
Yeah, but they have
right.
Oh yeah. But the thing is about PFL is it's like everyone who's in it looks like they're on steroids.
But that's what I mean, because imagine, because why I'm saying all of this is I'm not saying that there's not that many athletic women. It's just, actually, to be an athletic woman and be that heavy is a lot of extra muscle mass that you need, and there's just very few women
that can put it on
and hold it, and you know what I'm saying? See, and that's funny, because with the help of steroids, it's a different story.
Yeah. So perfect example of this is look up Chris Cyborg. She was the 145 champion.
Chris with a K?
No, C. Chris Cyborg. Yep, spelled like that. Okay. She's Brazilian. Oh, Chris without a.
Oh, I knew it was. Okay, that was interesting.
But so, yeah.
This chick.
Yeah. I wouldn't say like.
Oh, she's a monster.
Yeah, she's a monster. I would still say the biggest girl to ever do it, though, is still Kayla Harrison, but obviously she lost a bunch of weight.
Is she? Is this an olds?
Yeah, they used to do that for girls, like in like the 2000s.
Oh,
you'd have to like
wear
bikinis
feel
and
bad
stuff
for
like that.
past female athletes.
Yeah, because I'm like, it's like,
bro,
it's like when they're in the UFC, or like when UFC was popular, that was still when it was kind of.
This is badass.
Yeah, there
this
you go.
Different, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, Bellator.
Yeah, she's been in Bellator but now Bellator and PFL are the same.
Oh, that's a crazy. This is a cool.
That's when
photo.
Nunes won 2 belts, bro.
That's a fucking cool ass. Photo. Holy shit! Sorry, what were we gonna say? Oh, big. She's just huge.
Yeah, she's just huge, and it's like this is. It was her, Amanda Nunes, and then like 2 other girls. It's like these are the women that weigh 145
You know what I'm saying?
pounds.
They're
They're fucking
they're-
animals.
And then I bet you a lot of women that are this big and athletic go into sports like basketball.
Exactly. Yeah. Or yeah.
Because it's very hard to be that big of a chick. It's just less common.
And it's the same thing. It's the reason why the UFC heavyweight division only has like 25 fighters. It's people that are that big and that agile. They go into football.
Oh, yeah.
They don't go into UFC. They go into football. It's like, think about like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
It's like he's not. It's like
how often that kind of guy.
yeah. I mean, Brock Lesnar is a fucking
we're talking
freak.
the biggest of big boys. You
Like
know?
if you look up Brock Lesnar's NFL, oh my god, he's a freak, dog. This like there's nothing.
Look at this fucking. Look at
this. Like
just look at this.
as Joe Rogan once said when Brock Lesnar was walking to the ring with the belt, he said, if we were 200 years in the past, he'd be on a fucking Viking ship.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Coming to like bro, like this guy would.
He's just. Oh, that's cool. It's his fucking.
Oh yeah, he's the only human alive to be in an NFL game, a WWE game, and a UFC game.
That's fucking. This guy, say whatever you want about this dude.
He's been around the block.
Look at this fucking. Oh, he would eat you.
And think about
and be
that.
hungry.
And it's just Brock. The thing about Brock Lesnar is I think it's like he's not the greatest UFC heavyweight of all time. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. He got, if you want to talk about picked fights, it's like, bro, he won one fight and they were like, belt tomorrow, dog. Like, go in there.
That would be he would be a cool card to have.
That would be a cool card to have. All three of his UFC one, his WWE one, and but anyways, I would say it is so impressive that he went from WWE to UFC fucking champion. Like I don't know if he'll be the only one to ever do that. Obviously, there's Ronda Rousey, but like I would say Ronda Rousey did it the other way. She went UFC to WWE, which is like
less dramatic.
Yeah, it's like he went. It's like I don't think there's any WWE wrestler that could go into the UFC and be as successful as he was. Like
it's great, but it's because this guy is an athlete.
Like
actually,
my god,
some of his cards. I'm so because I got some homies in the trading card game. I'm always curious if people's are like,
oh yeah,
but damn, I didn't know. So WWE also has cards.
Yeah, they.
I don't know if this is a great website, but this is what we're on.
No, yeah, I just know that apparently they're not. Apparently they. I had a friend explain it to me that was also into cards, but apparently it's like they reprint old ones a lot, so the value is very low because they more about just they want to make the money. Yeah,
which I totally understand.
Yeah.
I see what this rookie. Oh, only $45.
It's like I think WWE reprints the same card a bunch, so it's like their value is very not that crazy, but obviously there's still. Yeah, like you got the 200s.
Yeah, I bet you still find the this one, especially because if it's a graded 10. Like PSA.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, look how we got to wrestling just like that.
Just it's all coming together. It's all coming. See, this is we're talking about this that we didn't really prepare a lot of things to talk about, but I was like, it's gonna be fine.
We'll do it. We're naturals at this shit.
It's gonna be absolutely fine.
But yeah,
Brock. Wait. What else were we just talking about?
We're talking about UFC.
Oh,
all I was gonna say about the weight classes, the women's weight classes, is someone was like, I have a take. They were like, Whaley might be the first and only person that would do it. Because she's at 115, so that'd be 125, 135.
And we're talking about doing all of them.
All of them at once. I don't know if because that's the thing. She is big, but she's very tiny.
She's very small.
And because I think if she went to 125, I think she would kick ass. Because 125 is still pretty close. But that's the thing. It's the 135 girls.
Because you got to understand the difference in weight. I know that's only 20 pounds.
It's like.
But 20 pounds when you're... What does she fight at? What does she just fight at?
She fights at 115, and Dana White says she walks around at 120, 122.
Okay, so 115. So 10% of 115 is 15 pounds.
Yeah.
111.5 pounds.
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
exact.
yeah.
If we're talking,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
12 pounds. So she would have to gain 20% of her weight.
And then it's like, and then you can look up Kayla Harrison and be like, that's a girl in 135. Harrison, yeah, there she is. Such an easy name to remember.
That is, it's because it's a white.
It's like, yeah, it's like, boom, that picture right there. It's like, that's what she would have to go against.
and it's like,
Can you tell she's from PFL yet? It's like, yeah, we're talking about two drastically different body types here.
like, and that's like,
it's like, yeah, Whaley isn't. Oh, side by side.
we got to do the side by side right here.
It's like if you were to ever, yeah.
It's not even the same.
It's not the
Not
same.
even the same thing or person.
Yeah, it's not the same.
They're women.
Yeah, they are women. Yeah, they are women. But it's like, yeah, when you think about it, it's like, oh, that's only a 20-pound difference. Like Kayla Harrison's not fighting at 135. She's probably coming in at 150.
Oh yeah, like
look at those fucking biceps.
Just like both of these women could kick the shit out
Oh my
of me,
god, they
know?
could kill. And yeah, she used to be so big when she was in PFL though. Oh my god, like look at that. Yeah, like when she's in purple over there.
Here, let's go like this.
Yeah, it's like she was ginormous.
Just fucking,
like fought at 155. Like it's like fucking
it's like,
huge.
bruh. Bruh.
It's like maybe it's possible because
because she could, especially
could.
if she put on. She's so petite.
Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing though. It's like if she put on anything, could she make 115 anymore? It's like
because that's the thing. It's like because she would be putting on. You would hope that she puts on like 15 pounds of muscle and a little bit of fat. Like
Yeah,
you want that, and then because that's what I'm saying. It's like 20% to gain 20% good weight, which you're going to put on fat.
Yeah.
We're talking about years of training for this girl to do that.
Exactly. And it's like, obviously it's like with performance enhancing drugs, it's like, it'd be a little bit easier, but it's like, there's no way she'd be able to like.
That's the thing with performance enhancing drugs. It's like, you could put on a lot of weight really quick.
Yeah.
With that.
I mean, look at Kayla Harrison.
It's a different thing when you're discussing drugs, which again, we can tangent on to another thing too.
Yeah.
It's the drug Olympics.
The enhancement games.
Yeah,
Dog.
It's have we talked about this? We must have.
I think we have.
If you have not heard, Peter, I think that's his name.
Teal?
Yeah. Oh, Thiel. Oh, so close. This man. Let me just make sure it's this guy.
Oh yeah, PayPal motherfucker.
Yeah, it packs up. Yeah, it comes right up. Is this a guy?
Yeah.
So he's making the doping friendly Olympics. Is it health? So my thing is, so many athletes are doing drugs already. So this is what I hope it happens, and I hope there's people that are just willing to do it because there's
This is history.
Not only that, but it's something that they are fine with. I wouldn't take performance sanctioning drugs because that's not why I work out and train. I train and work out for health.
Long-term health.
So there's been a couple times where I've debated doing it because I just wanted to get huge. And
that's the thing. It's like when you have your goals like that it's like you want to gain muscle mass. It's hard not to think about it because it's like you see all the time in media, even in sports. It's like you see all these people pack on so much muscle
all the time, and so many people. I've worked in the gym.
Yeah.
So many trainers I know.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to because it's like, man, it's different when you're doing it naturally. It is,
and this
100%. But the one thing people will see my physique, and sometimes they'll be like, do you do? And I'll be like, no. They're like, good for you.
Because that's the thing. You can always achieve so much naturally. It just takes time.
You can. And, it's like it time and lots of effort. Not that, again, I have nothing to do with some of my biggest idols are do steroids. The Rock.
I was gonna say, yeah.
You know,
It's like sometimes
bruh,
it's like
he does steroids. As much as he
Yeah.
doesn't say he does steroids, he was in the fucking WWE,
yeah.
bro.
He's the
They
fucking
all do steroids.
now he's the boss of the WWE,
And that was
dog.
another
Now he's
thing-
the boss,
Now, there's another
dog.
thing we're gonna talk about too. Oh, but this Peter.
Yeah.
One thing I think people are going to, again, I hope they do this. Only wait, what? Did this guy compete in the Olympics?
Whoa, cross country. Whoa.
This can't be. This
No,
can't be
different
him.
guy,
Yeah,
different
yeah, Just
guy.
the exact same name.
Yeah.
This can't be him.
I was gonna say
I
it
was
said
like- I was like,
1968.
whoa, this just
yeah.
got way more interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, Peter Thiel, which is one of the co-creators of eBay, back in the, hold on.
And it said PayPal too.
Oh, sorry. No, it was PayPal.
Oh,
It was PayPal,
Oh,
not
he
eBay.
said both. I
He
was like,
sold
God damn.
PayPal to eBay, and that's how they made their billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And that's how one of the reasons Elon Musk got rich. I read his book. That's how I know so much about him. It going from 0 to 1, I think it's what it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah, 0 to 1. Notes on startups and how to build the future.
God damn.
And yeah, it's one of those books. It's written by a billionaire, but it's like, man, this guy obviously knows
Oh,
he
yeah,
did
yeah.
it. But
But yeah, he's the guy doing it.
he's the guy doing it. So it's like, man, the money and stuff, he has it. He has it to do it.
Like he
And,
can do it.
I mean, I would like, this is what I was gonna say. People are gonna be shocked that most of the records aren't gonna either be beat or they're gonna be very close because that's how many people are doing performance enhancing
Yeah,
drugs already.
it's like
I'm
it'll
sorry,
be-
it's just what it is.
Yeah, it's like obviously it'll be fun to watch, especially like the weightlifting ones. It's like people that do natural competitions are gonna be there.
I'm
It's
just
like-
so curious
yeah.
because like I just there's so much more money in drugs and performance enhancing and keeping it
Yeah,
under wraps than there is in drug testing.
yeah.
It
It's just what it is with
It's just
with
what it is.
athletics, and it's just like there are more people trying to get better than stop other people.
And another thing is you would already be so surprised if you knew what they were allowed to take already.
No, yeah.
If you
it's-
go on the UFC, it's all public information. And you type in some of the stuff that are allowed and some of the dosages they're allowed,
it's basically
it's
steroids.
like, oh, okay. If this is what's okay,
Yeah, and even
it's wild.
I was watching a really good video. I watched two videos actually. It was a wrestler from the 2000s. So this was before the WWE got caught giving steroids to wrestlers. So
That's
it's
crazy.
yeah, because it's like they were always doing it, but in the 2000s they were like, we'll pay for it.
Like,
It's
it's
like
another thing to turn your
head and be like, oh, you're on
And
steroids.
it's
It's
another
like
thing to be injecting. The
be like, do you want steroids? I don't think you're on enough steroids.
Here's some steroids.
And so he was in before that healthness policy, but he also wasn't that big, so it's not like they were giving him steroids.
see.
It's more like when like The Rock was there, Hulk Hogan was there, Ric Flair was there. It was like everyone, the Attitude Era. And so basically they got caught, and then so he got fired before then, and then so he had wrestlers on. He was talking about when he started steroids, and it's like he says everyone has the same story where it's like one day they're going with you over your footage, and they're like, oh, but you just don't have like that main roster look yet. Have you tried creatine? And apparently that's you go in the back and you're like, yeah, he said to take creatine. Everyone's like, that means steroids. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they'll say, yeah, and he's obviously it's like he got fired, so it's like he has nothing to gain from this. It's a fucking like YouTube video, so it's like I would assume he's not trying to badmouth the WWE.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, they come out and they tell a story. There is something to gain from it. 'cause
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
the
yeah.
Attention from the story.
Yeah,
There's
yeah. I
always
was just
that.
saying that that's just like I would assume this, and so he had
Oh, then he's not
wrestlers-
lying. Is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. Yeah.
and so he had wrestlers that just got fired a couple of years ago, and he was asking them about how steroids are now. And then they talked about a bunch of stuff like pain, stuff like that. But they said steroids, they say like because now there's the drug testing. And so what it is they'll just they'll give you a day's notice that they're going to drug test you. And then so obviously they just like,
Why even drug? They're not athletes.
but that's the thing. The government made WWE do drug testing because they were supplying them drugs.
Because drugs, Performance center drugs are still against the law.
Yeah, so it's like, and that's why they
I see.
enacted the health policy, is so they couldn't get like shut down.
Yeah, because they're like, because you can't have an organization giving people steroids. It's literally against the law.
Yeah. So they had to be like, hey, we have to do drug testing. But that's the thing. It's like the wrestlers said that they use it as a weapon almost, to be like, hey, you're on steroids. It's like now you can't be in these shows. You're suspended. But it's like that's the thing. The guy who he was asking, he made a very funny thing. He's like, the random drug testing is like the random searches at the airports. it's like you're not oh yeah, Logan Paul. He's on.
Tell me this guy ain't on juice.
Yeah.
These are actually all very realistic photos.
Okay, yeah. But look up like Logan Paul working out. Like his Instagram is like where he looks like he's on. Yeah, there we go. That photo right there. There we go. Yeah, that's
It's just,
and the amount of lean muscle he puts on.
And that's what it's just like. These guys are all, especially the wrestlers,
Especially the wrestlers. Because, yeah, it's like if you look up anyone's physique, it's just like, it's like obvious. It's like obviously.
This is what he was. It's
like,
then this is him now. Like, it's just like, bruh. And maybe. Yeah, maybe he's not. Maybe. I'd
love to see him do a drug test.
But it's like, I'm also not knocking them for taking the things,
No, yeah, it's just a part of it.
Like, I think it's ridiculous. But I get it. You can't have an organization based around a bunch of people on steroids.
No, yeah.
Hollywood.
Oh, Hollywood. But yeah, wrestling. They're all on steroids.
They're all on steroids.
No, yeah.
That was great. We covered a bunch of topics there. But there was also... What did you want to talk about in regards to wrestling?
I was just more like
specifically.
I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about why I don't think I like wrestling the way other people do, but I still like it.
Okay, interesting.
I'm still a fan. I would say I'm a hardcore fan of wrestling. It's just like some people watch wrestling and when it's bad, they don't care.
Yeah, because it's like a TV show.
Yeah, and it's just like, when
like a bad episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. To me, when wrestling is bad, I think something is like, oh yeah, they just announced WrestleMania 41 is in Las Vegas, and that is the official logo.
What's the official logo?
Right there.
That's pretty cool.
That's a sick logo. WrestleMania always has sick logos, but yeah, I just but yeah, I like, obviously I'm not saying that people wrestling fans are like weird or whatever. It's just like, I think it's pretty weird.
Pretty sick,
right?
Logo.
Right.
That's a pretty sick.
That's
logo.
a pretty fucking. Cause yeah, it's just like I personally like wrestling because I think I just think that personally, I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but like I think personally, it's like if you are a creative person, you have to give wrestling its props from a creative standpoint, because and not just the WWE, there's so many other organizations that just it's such an interesting outlook for like writing and stuff like that. Like they have to write up to 4 hours of content every week. There's no off season for wrestling. Even WrestleMania is like the busiest time, and they have to do this like type of long form writing and storytelling. Like they have arcs that are years old. Like it's so crazy, like the mythology and stuff like that. And also because I used to not really like wrestling. I used to just like UFC, and I went on and off and stuff like that because it's just like the WWE used to be not good at all, like terrible. This is the best it's ever been. The WWE used to be one of the worst things to watch.
In your opinion?
In my opinion,
a lot of people would argue.
Yeah. I was gonna say a lot of people were still watching.
Hold on, this is not fact. This is your opinion right now.
I mean, ratings were the lowest, but also there's still people who loved it.
Loved it.
But and then obviously now that Triple H's head of creative, Vince McMahon, is gone, the creative has improved drastically. Also, TKO being the head of like The Rock has a big hand in a lot of the creative that goes on, which is why, and that's why the documentary on WrestleMania 40 is actually really interesting. I would recommend people go see that, because they did what I think is one of the coolest things about wrestling, is that the audience is a part of this fictional universe. It's one of the only forms of, obviously there you could probably find other examples, but this is obviously one of the biggest examples of a fictional world that is coexisting with ours. And so, like, for example, Cody Rhodes right there. As one day passes for us, a day passes for Cody Rhodes. Like, his title reign is a part of our, like,
I see.
Day to day. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it's an interesting fictional sort of like thing that it's like, as in the wrestling fictional world, Cody Rhodes exists and is like, it's a fake fictional sports league. And it's like Cody Rhodes is the champion of it. And it's like, but obviously Cody Rhodes, when he goes home, he's not Cody Rhodes anymore. Yeah. Well, actually, he is, because that's his real name. But you get what I mean. You get what I mean. He is Cody Rhodes when he goes home. But
I do.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, but you know what this makes me think of? Everything you're saying.
What?
The long form content over days, day by day. You know what this is probably the most closely related to?
What?
Which people are probably going to be pissed that
What?
I think that WWE sounds very close, and people going to hate this.
Oh, what are you saying?
Soap operas.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure.
It's like, bro.
Oh, no,
you know,
yeah. That's
because
not,
we're talking
for
about
sure.
long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
We're talking about so many hours. Soap operas are on every day.
Every day, yeah.
These people are working. If you're on a soap opera, you make bank because you're working all the time.
No, for sure. Even in like the 70s and 80s, wrestling was so soap opera-esque. It's like
what I mean. You because it's really that.
Yeah,
It really is.
For sure. It's just
that,
physical.
but it's like that, but theater.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's why I like it so much, and why I started to like it so much, is because because it's like, obvious, because it's like when I watched UFC, I liked the like athleticism of UFC, but it's like I started to like WWE more when I started to appreciate when they do physical feats that I personally could not do. So I'm just like, that's insane that they're able to do that.
Yeah.
Or they do very physical toll like moves and spots and stuff like that. And then when I started to understand like the complexity of wrestling, and then it's like, when there's not that complexity and it does seem fake, that's a bad wrestling match. It's like, wrestling should make you be like, ooh, 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 like, that's good wrestling.
And
it's like, even to wrestlers, that's bad.
Because unlike fighting where the entertainment value of the fight doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like when you're watching, and I know they hate when you compare UFC with WWE, but I'm doing it the proper way.
Yeah.
UFC, how entertaining the fight is doesn't really matter, because it's about the two athletes in there. Who's winning?
Yeah.
Who's going to win out of those two?
For sure.
While in WWE, if you're not enticed, it's all fake. So if you're not drawn into it, what are you doing?
And that's what I'm saying. And it's just like, that's when I thought it's like, oh, this is people still watching when it is like that. And there are people that do. It's just like that's when I'm like, I don't want to watch this anymore. Like when it starts to just like pull back the like barrier and stuff like that. But it's like, I just love how there's like these mythologies, and like it's like wrestling, it's its own thing, and I really like that, and it's so interesting to watch, because it's really, and then obviously you get really into it when you find those moments that it's like, this is why wrestling is the best thing ever. It's because it's like the wrestlers are trying so hard to get a reaction, and the thing they always tell rookies, because it's like, there are rookies that'll start as baby faces and get booed, and they're like, fuck, I suck, and they're like, and all the wrestlers like, you're getting a reaction, that's the whole point.
Word.
It's like, who gives a fuck if you're getting booed?
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of wrestlers did not like Ronda Rousey, because Ronda Rousey, when she was a baby face and she was getting booed out of arenas, she went back and she was bitching at everyone. She was like, I'm getting fucking booed. And everyone's like, this is fucking fake.
Yeah, it's like,
it's like
it's not like you're in the UFC.
It's wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
Chill out. You're getting
an
a
actor
reaction
right now.
Yeah, it's just like so it's and that's why everyone hated working with her, because she wouldn't do certain moves for the storyline. Like originally for her WrestleMania match, she was gonna get tapped out by an armbar because that's what she used to do in the UFC, and she was like, no one would believe that. And everyone's like, just do it. Like,
hey,
Yeah.
it is.
but those are notoriously people that are bad to work with. There's a lot of wrestlers who get told, like, are known for backstage for like acting like it's real, and it really does matter, and won't put people over, as they say.
But I also understand, because it matters to them.
It does matter to them, and especially there are some circumstances like the Montreal screw job, for example, where it's like you're messing with people's careers.
Because you know what's so funny about this is like even the pictures of the champs and stuff. It's like, man, these remind me less like UFC pictures and more like YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah, especially
like,
nowadays.
You know,
yeah,
like,
it's like wrestling. It's like wrestlers are so
like, even like, you know, it's like, why this is so interesting. Look at these. This could be a movie cast. You know,
it's so crazy, and it's like, yeah, the fucking. And yeah, it's like watching WrestleMania 40 like made me like, it's like this is why wrestling is crazy. It's like when fucking John Cena's music kicked in and he ran down the ramp to help Cody Rhodes, and then The Rock came out and slammed him, and then Undertaker came out. It's just like it spawns these moments that are so interesting, because it's like it like moves you and stuff like that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's emotional.
There's emotional attachment to the characters. It's like, yeah, like that picture of Cody Rhodes is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's just not.
Yeah.
No, and that's just I you know, it's just, I could give a shit about this. I saw this though.
Yeah, that was fucking insane. That's such a crazy tattoo.
I just like, I like hearing of this, you know. I like that but it's just not my. There he is. There's the man himself.
Damn, I can't believe they put him back on the website.
The man himself. It's just, I've tried to watch. It's just like, I know what sports is, you know, and it's like, I like sports, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's again, it's the soap opera thing, and it's too over the top for me. Where being that over the top, I can't do anything that's like that. It's like I can't get into this.
No, yeah, that's fair.
It's like the odd time you show me a really cool athletic
spot. Yeah, like when I show you cool, like, well, yeah,
damn, that guy just jumped off that. It doesn't matter that this is fake. What was real was that guy just jumped off that ladder.
Yeah, or it's like, yeah, or like the iconic Undertaker versus Mankind at Hell in a Cell, when he fucking threw him off into the table and then picked him up, brought him up the steel cage, and then threw him so hard on the steel cage that the ceiling of the steel cage broke and he fell onto the ring.
There's extraordinary moments, but it's like, I can't really be bothered by. But I'm glad it's not that I'm shitting on it. It's just not a thing for. I just can't get into it.
No, yeah, and I get it, but it's just like, I just find it's such a fascinating like thing to, and that's the thing though. It's just like, when it sucks, I think it's one of the worst things on planet Earth. When wrestling is slow, looks fake, and I just not into the characters, I'm like, this is one of the worst. Because when the UFC is bad, when there's a fight that it's like maybe they're grappling a little too slow, they're not really engaging all that much, the crowd's booing, it's like, okay, it's boring. But like when wrestling is boring, it's so hard to watch.
But even when it's boring and it's UFC, there's still these guys' real
careers.
Records at
stake.
Know,
yeah.
There's always something of actual value that makes that match valuable.
Yeah.
You know, while if you're not in that, we talk. I'm not bashing. Again, I'm not bashing, but it's just like it'd be like going and watching a really shitty play. It's like, bro, why am I here?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if you're watching a play and it's boring, you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? Because they're in the. It's like when you're there, you're in the room with them, and you're like, oh, this fucking.
it's fucking
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is, yeah. And it's like, and sometimes it's some of the worst.
But it's just like
Yeah.
not everything's gonna click. Sometimes
Yeah.
the best TV shows have shitty episodes. You know, it's just what it
It's
is.
just what happens.
It's just.
But yeah, that would be my reasoning for why I think wrestling. And that's the thing too. It's like I understand when people don't like wrestling. I'm just like, yeah, it is fucking weird. Like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
Yeah, it's not my form of entertainment.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Even UFC is not. I'm not in like. Ella loves that shit. Always in. I follow a couple fighters now, and that's it. You know, it's like I just don't. It's too much of an investment. I might get back into actually the one sport that I'm
basketball.
Like, but the big three, I just there's something about this league. It's just the NBA's cool. Whatever. It's a different game. Rules have changed. Players have changed. The sport's just not what I used to like about it. While this game, the big three, have you seen it at all?
I haven't seen like a game, but like I know what it is.
Okay, so it's just straight up. It's a half court game now instead of full court. 3-on-3.
3-on-3, yeah.
And it's crazy. It's just because it's like Shaq's debating coming back to playing basketball and playing in this league.
Like it's a like, pretty crazy league.
It's sick because you don't have to be as crazy of an athlete because it's way less demanding on your body.
It's way less physically taxing because it's like fuck. It's like, bro, if you played like intense and like if you're in an NBA game, it's like, bro, you're fucking sweating buckets, bro.
Yeah, running.
You're
full
sprinting
court,
back and forth,
boom,
back and
boom,
forth.
Boom.
And then you're constantly you have to be so like aware of your surroundings because you're just going so fast, and then you have to it's like it's so physically taxing, but it's like
and then also because what he's trying to do, he's like, yeah, the NBA players and stuff can come play with me on the offseason because that's what he's doing. It's like his league only runs for a couple months out of the year.
Yeah,
he does a couple boom spots, they tour all over, you play some games. I'm just like, bruh, it's just interesting, you know?
Yeah, and it's like and it's just showing that it's like this is a league just like everything else. It's like you don't have to play the game this way.
Yeah, and so that's what's interesting too, because I think let me look this up so I'm not making false accusations.
Oh, is it that he was suing?
I think he's suing the NBA
for the monopoly.
Yeah, because
oh yeah,
because the NBA is just like, hey man, no, fuck you. Like, no, we're not gonna let you. Yeah, we're changing the. I think it's cool for allegedly interfering with, because Ice Cube went on Joe Rogan and he's like, you know what, bro? This was hard, but this was way harder than I ever thought because the motherfuckers at the NBA are like, no, fuck you. We own basketball. And he's like, no, you don't. You own the NBA.
Yeah.
You don't go play the NBA outside. You go play basketball.
Yeah, it's like you don't own the sport.
You don't. You don't. And stop acting like you do.
Yeah, it's a league just like everything else.
So I'm like, bruh. So it's cool that Ice Cube is the motherfucker.
Yeah, that is sick.
He's just like, oh, I'm gonna start my own league. Like what?
That's baller as fuck. Damn, it started in 2017. I thought it was way newer than that.
No, but that's what he's saying. He's like, man, I'm Ice Cube and I'm having issues. Like, you know?
It's like, bro, you should be able to sell fucking anything.
And they do. It's cool. It's a league I'm excited about, and I might get more. Cause man, he's making offers to WNBA players. Like, damn. Cause that new chick, what's her name? I think I just saw it in here too. He offered her a bunch of money to come play in his league instead of going to the WNBA. I think.
Oh, like a girl.
Yeah, offers
$5 million.
Yeah, dog. She's definitely not making that in the WNBA.
Yeah, you ain't. Yeah,
you know. Ain't but she was huge. So yeah, so if you guys don't know, Caitlin Clark is she's coming out of the college out of the NCAA, and she's a murderer. If you look at, I wonder if I can find it versus like all other players. Let's see if I can find this chart again because it's
Oh my god.
Where is she? I think that's her.
I was gonna say, look at that other one, the one that's black and white.
Was
Says
this
her
it?
name on it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's like, okay, this is everybody else, and then there's her.
Like there have been a couple that are.
So but these are assists per game, and these are points per game.
Oh.
Like, so there's been more people with assists, and there's been more people with points. There's no one even close
to her being so.
Look at this. What is this? 41 points, 8 assists. She's a murderer. She's night and day. Like, she's like,
She's the GOAT.
And so when she got signed to the WNBA, her jersey sold out.
Damn.
And then, I'm sorry, WNBA.
Oh no. Oh.
It's just
76.
Yeah, 76.
Yeah, I would take 5 million. What the fuck?
So I thought it was an interesting, but that's her Nike deal.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So she ain't broke,
She's
but
not
like,
broke. Let's
but
not,
like 5 million.
But I was just like, damn, the fucking. Yeah,
makes up for a rookie. Oh, because she's a rookie still, so she can't be paid that much.
No, but that's crazy. And I know you should never in regards to the women's salary, it's like a rookie for the NBA still makes bank.
It's like but it's like always
they're different leagues, and WNBA is on the come up. Yeah,
I've been getting.
They just came here. I didn't go, but I was at the. Oh, dog. I'll tell you the story. So this was 2 days ago, whatever. And I walked to the store. I'm checking out, and someone's like, Jay. And I was like, I don't assume they're talking to me.
Yeah.
So I continue scanning my. They're like, what? And there's a dude standing there, and he's like, hey, just a fan. I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, I love Bounce. And then he continues to talk to me about Bounce. And I think I met him a couple times before anyways, so he likes the song. And why this reminded me of this, at the very end of the conversation, he's like, hey, I'm going to the WNBA game tonight. I was like, this does have a point why I'm bringing it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, what a crazy story.
Going to the got recognized though.
And I was like, hey, well, that's what's up. I actually texted Andrew too, because he was talking about, I don't know if you remember that part of the song, but at the end of the second verse going into the chorus, I'm like, oh, what are we gonna do for the chorus of the second verse? And then Andrew's like, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, I don't know either. He's like, well, I was like, maybe we'll make this the transition. He's like, fuck or something, and then it's like, bounce booty, bounce,
Oh yeah.
And he was just talking about it. He's like, yeah, that's so sick, bro. I was like, thanks, man.
That's so sick. Damn.
But I think that might be a good place to call it.
I mean, yeah. I guess we kind of talked about everything.
Hours. Sorry?
I guess we kind of talked about everything.
Yeah, I feel like that went well. Not that I thought it was gonna go bad.
Yeah, I guess me either. We kind of just talked about the beef.
That was a huge one.
Yeah, that one was a long
UFC,
one.
Yeah,
we talked about talked about wrestling.
It's not like you can't come back in a couple weeks or something.
That is
we got
true.
more. We did just train and everything.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it too.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so maybe we'll. Is there anything you want to say to the people?
I'm working on stuff. So, yeah, I would say peep the gram. Probably.
Is that what you're still using?
Yeah, mango on a fork. I think that'll be if I am working on stuff. It's just.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or?
I might start filming some stuff, and so I will make an official YouTube channel.
Ooh.
And then
when you do, we'll come on and
I'll promote. I'll promote shit. I'm pretty good.
Me?
Yeah.
When else have you had something?
I
what the fuck you mean?
You know me. Yeah.
I love the promoter.
I promote everything,
like,
dog. Trust me.
Fuck you mean?
Yo, I'll be here when I got some shit cooking. I'll announce stuff. I would say probably the next couple weeks. Might hear something.
Okay.
I would definitely say like mid-May. We are kind of almost in the mid of May, so maybe we'll say end of May. But
I was like, damn, yeah, you
yeah,
can't. That's like
that's
that's like right
next
when
week,
this
okay?
comes out.
Maybe not that.
Like,
yeah.
End of May.
End of May-ish. End of
Alright.
May-ish.
All right.
Yeah. Definitely we'll start cooking up shit. Yeah. That's
All right,
me though.
All right, that's what's up.
All right.
This was a great conversation. This
Yeah.
is the beginning of season 2. So thank you for. Well, there you beat Brandon for that.
Yeah.
Brandon hasn't been on season 2 yet.
Baron has, yeah.
Well, literally no one has. This was the first time it's season 2 for me as well.
Damn, that's crazy. Already breaking records.
Season 2. So yes, thank you everyone. Thanks for everyone for checking it out. Y'all have made it. You know, when I first started doing the podcast, I said I was gonna do it for. If I was gonna do it, I was gonna do it for at least a year. Or why even do it? You know.
Yeah.
And so, but now I don't see a future of me not doing the podcast.
I was gonna say it's definitely a solid. It's always something to fall back on.
Yeah, it's just like it's a reason to call you up and have a conversation about things. With it's just a good thing that people seem to be enjoying. They like the clips. They like the fucking episodes.
I like the clips for sure.
So it's like it is. So stay loaded on some stuff from Ella coming through, and
Soonish. There we go.
Is that everything? Is that what you want to leave the people with? Is there anything you want to leave off? May go on a fork. I will take it to flow, but
yeah. It's gotta be something crazy I can say. Yeah. I thought I had something crazy to say.
Yeah, it doesn't have it doesn't have to be so. I think Brandon usually ends with like drink some water. So it doesn't always have to be a crazy insightful thing.
Make sure you make sure you definitely look both ways when you're crossing the street. I know some of y'all only look one. There's like 8, yeah. It's like there could be another car on the other side. Think about that.
Ella with the bomb.
Yeah. And also don't be racist.
Controversial.
Just over here like, okay, we'll edit that last one.
I don't know if those two things are gonna make it on the podcast. That was
You're asking a little much there.
When I said say anything,
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know if those two things are gonna come. Don't be racist and look both ways. Oh,
It's like we'll do one at a time.
holy, that might be. If this ends abruptly out of nowhere, we know why.
Yeah, there. Controversy.
That's actually hilarious. Well,
Take down the podcast.
that was actually a great way to end it.
Yeah. That should be the title of this one. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist. That actually, that's funny you said
Season
that.
2, episode 1. Don't be racist.
I was gonna ask you for a title. There
we go. Don't be
you
racist.
made it to the end.
Oh my god, this whole podcast, I'm gonna be like, what are they gonna talk about? Don't be racist.
You did do it at the very end.
Jesus.
It's crazy. The pedophile stuff.
You're like, oh. No,
We go into
last
Vince McMahon stuff. And we gotta get
no,
to it.
last minute. Don't be racist.
You've heard it here first. No one's ever said that in the history of humanity up until this point.
The history of this podcast of season 2 podcast episode 1. No one said it yet.
Oh, that's a wild take from Ella.
All right.
We're out of here.
Don't
Have
be
a great
racist.
week. Thank y'all for tuning in. There will be much more coming. We got tons of guests. I'm sure Ella will make an appearance several more times this season, as they do.
We do this.
All right. Yeah. More love, more success. Have a beautiful week. Go pick up the vinyl. This has been A Moment with Jay.
Just like that.